I think you might be a little too tall. Whoa. You know, I wanted that to be like a smooth transition. I wouldn't call that smooth, and I would say you're still too tall. Hey guys, it's me. Hi. You need to give yourself permission to have creative freedom in your life. Not just in your creative acts, like art, but rather make your life an art. Transform your life into a moving picture. I have so much that I want to say, but I'm not gonna stress about it. Sometimes the silence is exactly what you need. Oftentimes, the silence is exactly what you need. Do you want to practice a nervous system regulating technique with me? I just learned it and it's very helpful. It actually works, and I didn't expect that. My nervous system has been so out of whack recently. Here's a nervous system regulating technique. If you take your finger and put it like in your ear, like at the very bottom part of right here in your ear, and then pull down and hold and breathe in and out slowly and deeply. One more. Good. Now do the other side. Put your finger at the bottom in your ear, and then pull and hold and breathe in and out. One more. And that's it. Oh, it stimulates the vagus nerve. That's why it is regulating to your nervous system. Let's talk. I have a lot of topics I want to talk about in this video. We'll see what happens. Y'all know me to be a spiritual channel. This is true. I want to branch out my content. I forget so frequently that I'm allowed to do that. I have it in my head that because I've been doing the same thing for so long, you expect this of me, and because you expect this of me, I would be letting you down if I changed things up. Nope. It's my channel. Spoiler alert, it's my channel. I can do what I want. I think that it is important to break cycles. I think it's very important to break cycles, actually. I think it is not beneficial at all to be stuck in a cycle. However, this is the human nature. We as humans get stuck in cycles because when we do the same thing consistently, it feels comfortable. Familiarity feels comfortable to us, and this is what traps us in what feels like never-ending loops that don't benefit us. When we get trapped in a never-ending loop, we cannot grow from there, we cannot expand from there, we cannot, honestly, we can't receive blessings from God. I mean, yeah, some, yes, but the fullest extent of what God wants to give to us, we can't receive that if we're just stuck in a cycle, if we're stuck living our life on repeat in the same way, if every single day is the same, if we are living on autopilot, if we're not present, if we're stressed, living in stress and fear and, these negative, low vibrational frequencies. I mean, specifically what I'm talking about is autopilot, but of course the negative emotions play a major role here too. Just being stuck in a cycle generally. When you're stuck in a cycle, you can't grow and expand. You need to break out of that cycle to be able to reach your full potential, to be able to claim the blessings that God wants to gift you with, because God wants to gift you with so much goodness, so much eternal love, blessings, peace, ease, abundance. But you have to let yourself break out of the cycle you're in. You have to break out of your comfort zone so that you can allow yourself to be placed in the position that God wants you in, so you can receive the blessings He wants to give you. You can't receive the blessings if you're not in the right place at the right time. God is calling you to go exactly where you need to go, to do exactly what you need to do, to be exactly who you need to be. And you needn't stress about a single thing, because God is with you the entire time, even when it doesn't feel like it. Lately, for me, life has been, wow, what I would call a huge thumbs down, but it led to this moment. A moment of clarity, a moment of stillness, a real moment of clarity, and a moment of trust and knowing that God is here with me, a moment of trust and connection with God, strengthening the connection with God that I have with God, strengthening the relationship. When you go through trials and tribulations, because you will, God is still with you, even though it might not feel like it. And you might start to doubt, you might start to question, you might start to think that He's not with you. The doubts, it's not fun to doubt, but it's okay. He forgives you even when you're doubting. The trials and tribulations set you up for greatness, really. God knows all. He really does. He knows all. He knows everything that you don't know. And so you need to experience these trials and tribulations so that you will be at the right place at the right time. And you experiencing these trials and tribulations, it means that you are at the right place at the right time. Because when these trials and tribulations are over, you will have broken out of them at exactly the perfect time. God's timing is everything, and God is here with you every second of the way, through everything. He's guiding you even when you don't feel it. But when you do feel it, it's important to listen, because all that He wants for you is goodness. All that He wants is to bless you with abundance and love and gifts and peace and ease, even when He's calling you to do something scary. I have learned a lot about myself in the last few weeks. These last few weeks have been awful for me, mentally and physically. I have been experiencing a lot of physical health barriers, and with the physical health going down, my mental health certainly plummeted as well. However, today I'm feeling like everything will be okay, because it will be okay. And I want to tell you this too, everything will be okay. Even when it feels like your world is falling apart. That is totally what it's felt like for me this month. Specifically the last 2 weeks, but honestly this month has been wow. And that's okay. Not every second needs to be like sunshine and rainbows. However, I started this video by saying something along the lines of turning your life into an art piece, turning your life into creation, a masterpiece, finding joy in the little things, finding joy in the beauty of it all, even through the trials and tribulations. And because if I heard this a week ago, I would have been annoyed. So I understand you have to be in the right mindset to receive that message, to receive that information. But it really does help. Mindset is everything, and I've spoken about this in so many of my past videos, and I still deem it to be true. Mindset is everything. God created our minds exactly how he did for a reason. Reprogramming the subconscious mind is a real and extremely powerful thing. I'm not talking about toxic positivity, however. Toxic positivity is simply just suppressing your feelings. I don't recommend suppressing your feelings. That will have no benefits. But reprogramming the subconscious mind is key to enjoying your life, to enjoying the little moments, to finding just a little bit of hope within it all. And you can ask God to do this. You can ask God, hey God, can you help me reprogram my subconscious mind? Can you help me calm my nervous system? You can ask him for anything. The thing is, though, when you ask him for things, you have to also take the action yourself. Like, yes, God is ultimately powerful and he can do all, he can do anything, and he will help you so much. But faith without works is dead. You have to put in action too. But when you do this, when you do put in the action too, when you do work with God too, that's creation. That is how you create this masterpiece, this art, this life of yours. Team up with God to allow yourself to enjoy this beautiful creation. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna be changing up my content a little bit. And God is totally telling me to do that. And I was all nervous and anxious about that because I was like, this makes no sense. My niche is spirituality. Why would I post other stuff too? And then I've actually been receiving this message for like over a year, which is kind of awkward and kind of embarrassing that I haven't acted on it yet. Okay. The message that I've been receiving, specifically about expanding my content, is the niche is you. The niche is me. My channel is all of my multifaceted interests and mindset and thoughts and beliefs. It doesn't just need to be spirituality. But of course, spirituality is like my number one passion, special interest. I feel like spirituality is going to be tied into every video anyway, but my other passions and things that I want to film about include like lifestyle, mindset, cooking, baking, gym stuff, working out. Yeah, just kind of like health and lifestyle and wellness with spirituality. And honestly, now that I'm saying that, like, what? That literally does all. It literally does all connect. I don't know why I was here like, it has to be one thing. Like, why did I limit myself? Why did I put myself in a box? Anyway, breaking out of that box now. So, yeah, because God wants me to do that. Also, I want to do that. It's so cool. God literally puts desires in your heart because he wants you to do them. A lot of the things that you want to do, like the desires, your deepest desires, your deepest excitements, deepest passions in life, you feel that way because God placed those desires in your heart. And these specific things, you'll know what they are. This may not be true about everything. Some people have like selfish desires, and you can tell the difference between a selfish desire and something that is so deeply, truly meaningful to you. It's so deeply, truly meaningful to you because God placed it in your heart. He wants to use you in powerful ways if you just let him. Additionally, with the whole like making your life an art piece, I think focusing on doing things simply because you have the privilege of doing them, simply because you get to do these things rather than you have to do these things. I guess in essence, it's another way of saying romanticizing your life. But when you live your life through this way, you're changing your mindset about how you're living your life, and because you're shifting your mindset, you're breaking through, you're breaking out of a cycle you were once stuck in. And so if you had been living in a dysregulated state, a state where your nervous system was dysregulated, you can then move into a regulated state by enjoying the little things, by being present with the little things. Yeah, me filming this video is a simple example of this because I don't know, I changed, I'm sitting on the floor and I got a mirror here and I got some pillows and I got my tea and there's a window and the window's open. You can't see that the window's open, but I'm sitting by an open window and I don't know, it's just different and it's cool to do things differently. So, yeah, okay. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below. I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna go eat my burrito. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat my burrito.